Most people stay stuck in a rut because they don't feel motivated and they don't know exactly how to manufacture momentum. In this video, I'm going to show you the exact 5-step reset strategy that I use to build momentum and allow me to get out of these rut and negative spiral situations. And this strategy helped me stack wins not only mentally, but physically and financially. The truth is, ruts aren't about laziness. You might be the most ambitious person out there, but sometimes you get a little bit too hard on yourself for not being inconsistent. And what you need is a system, and not be so worried about what happens in the past, but how you can fix it moving forward. And that's exactly what I'm gonna be giving to you in this video. But before we dive in, if you're a busy, skinny fat professional and want to transform your skinny fat frame, you need help building a structure and a framework and a system that works best for you, feel free to download my free guide called Muscle Mastery. It's the 10 rules that transforms your skinny fat frame. The link is in the description below. So the first thing that I did in order for me to help me get out of a rut or a bad negative spiral was to change my environment. Changing your environment is going to be a key role into shifting your mindset and having a more positive outlook, which will help you get out of that negative rut that you're in. This environment could be physical location, it could be the people you spend time with, it could be the social media you consume on a daily basis, it could be the negative thoughts that you're saying inside of your head. You want your environment to be nothing but positive influences and things that are pushing you in the right direction towards your goals, not things that are sucking your energy and sucking the life out of you. And if you ever heard of the saying, you are the sum of the 5 people you spend your time with, it's very true. And you're not only the sum of those 5 people you spend your time with, but you're some of what you consume, of what you eat, of what you read, of what you say. Everything matters. So you want to make sure that you're putting yourself in the best environment possible for your headspace and just your physical well-being. A good example of this was when I was living in Orlando and I was really lost and I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I was about to graduate college. I was just kind of miserable where I was at. I just got through a hard breakup and it was messing me up mentally, and I just wasn't in the best environment that I could have been in. And knowing that, I decided it was time to make a change. I left Orlando. I moved in with my boy, Ish. We started making YouTube videos again. I started building back up this momentum. The rest is history. Now we're here with 1.3K subs. So it just goes to show you guys, your environment says a lot. I was in such a bad situation a few months ago. Last year, changing my environment, that small little shift. Yes, I was nervous. Yes, I was scared. Yes, I was uncertain. But sometimes you have to take a step backward in order to go forward. Putting myself in a more positive environment allowed me to prosper and be where I am today. Number 2, take action before motivation. Motivation is gonna come and it's gonna go, guys. But what you have to do now, right now when you're watching this video, is you have to take action, because your goals aren't gonna just get there themselves. You have to be there and you have to take one step forward. What it's gonna do, it's gonna compound over time, and eventually you'll look back and accomplish more than what you ever thought you would have been able to achieve. Take action now and then worry about the motivation and everything else later. Just take action. Think about what you can do right now. Either write it down, track it, put it in your calendar, put it in your lock screen. I'll show you guys my lock screen. I had this picture up as my lock screen for the longest time because I thought to myself, so the lock screen says, you never know how close you are. Don't give up on your dreams. Can you see that? It's a motherfucking guy mining for gold, and he's about to get the gold. He's about to get the diamonds, but then he stops because he gives up. You never know how close you are when it comes to reaching your goals, but when you give up, it's for certain. Failure's for certain. So that's something to know. A good example of me taking action before I had any motivation was I didn't really have any sort of desire to go to college and pursue an education. So, you know, I took one step though in the right direction, right? I said, look, I got into a community college. I said, okay, since I'm already at community college, that's one step. I might as well take another step and, you know, try to do well in community college, because it was really easy. And then I was like, you know, I need to make money. So I got a job. I worked 2 jobs while going to school full time. And I was like, you know what, let me actually try and put my best foot forward. Next thing you know, I tried. I ended up getting a 4.0 GPA. And I was like, you know what, let me actually take this shit seriously. Let me see what are the best paying jobs. So then I look up the best paying jobs, do some research, and I find out that, you know, investment banking might be the career for me just on paper, right? So then I work my hardest to try to get into investment banking. I realized, oh, you can't get into investment banking off of a community college. So what I had to do was transfer to a university, then get a high-paying internship or a prestigious internship in order to have a shot at getting an interview for investment banking. I got into the university, I got my dream internship, and then I got the role to work on Wall Street, right? Now, the result of it not working out has nothing to do with it, but the whole point is that you take one step and then those steps compound over time, and you look back, and I was just a kid that was not even eligible to play basketball in high school. I wasn't even eligible to play sports, guys. That's how bad my situation was. So if you ever feel like your situation's cooked, you're never going to be able to get out of it, there's always hope. And what you have to do is stop feeling sorry for yourself, and you have to take one step, because you look back and you will not believe. I will not believe if you would have told me that when I was in high school that I wasn't going to play football in college, and that I was going to go to university, or was going to go to community college, work as a lifeguard, then transfer to university, work on Wall Street and investment banking, and then quit my career in investment banking to pursue online fitness coaching, I would not have believed you. But here we are. It just goes to show, puts everything into perspective, that one action can change your life and compound into great things. Step 4, guys, eliminate distractions. Remove toxicity from your life, whether it's bad people, bad environments, junk food, distraction, any sort of distraction that's not, anything that's not putting you towards your goals or help pushing you achieve those goals is a distraction. So whatever's taking your time away from that thing that you're trying to achieve, it's a distraction. Whether it's a girl soaking up all of your time, whether it's your boys wanting to go out and get drunk and drink every night, it could be anybody. You have to make sure that your goals are fully aligned with the people that you surround yourself with, because if not, they're going to deter you and pull you away from that. So you have to let it be known. And if they're not pushing you towards your goals, they're pushing you away from your goals. And in life, there's something called debits and credits. For those that haven't taken accounting, a debit in this example would be things that are pushing you towards your goals. Because every decision that you make is either going to push you towards it or take it away, which is a credit. So you have to really make that decision. Every choice that you make, what is this doing? Is me skipping the gym? Is me eating bullshit? Is me spending time with my girlfriend all day? Is that gonna help you towards your goals, or is that gonna credit you from your goals? Right? It's either positive or negative. There's no in between, right? So you have to look at everything as a sacrifice. So if you're not sacrificing for your goals, then your goals become the sacrifice. At the end of the day, shout out Brandon Carter, man. I'm going to repeat that one more time. If you're not sacrificing for your goals, then your goals become the sacrifice. And it sucks, because I've had to do this before myself with my childhood friends, with the people that I've grown up with personally, and it hurts. It hurts. It's a deep pain in your heart, and because you love these people and you spent your whole entire childhood with these people, but if they aren't aligned with you and not trying to achieve something great and not trying to be better for themselves, and it's hurting you, and you have to cut them off or spend less time with them, because that's only going to hurt you in the end. And at the end of the day, like, people are only going to look out for themselves, so you have to make sure you're doing what's for your best interest. Number 5, this one's going to kind of tie into the last two, but surround yourself with better people. Literally, like, I started elevating, not only mentally, not only physically, but financially. I started elevating when I surrounded myself with the right people. Like, I cannot stress enough how important it is to have a circle of friends that are doing better than you, that have that drive and ambition for you. Like, you want those people. Like, you don't want to feel like the smartest guy in the room. If you feel like the smartest guy in the room, then you're doing something wrong and you need a new circle. Because if you're surrounded by people that are killers, like guys that are actually killers, that are rich, doing way better than you, it's gonna push you. It's gonna push you to be better. It's gonna push you to be like, damn. And it's gonna also show you that things are possible that you never thought would have been possible. I never would have thought that, you know, I have friends doing e-com, I have friends doing other online businesses, I have friends doing coaching, and like, you rub ideas off of each other that you never thought. Like, I would have never have gotten half of the ideas I would have had, and like, my mindset completely shifted just by hanging out with a different crowd. Whatever specific thing you're trying to pursue a career in, if you hang around people that are the best at it, you're gonna be one of the best at it as well. That's just how it goes. Try to surround yourself with the best people you can. Don't be the smartest guy in the room. Don't feel insecure about not being the smartest. What you want to do is you want to use that as motivation and to learn. Don't force connections. Like, if the connection's not there, don't force. You want to build genuine relationships with these people, because these people eventually are going to end up being the best man at your wedding. They're going to be one of the groomsmen, one of your homies for life. So you want to make sure that you're building genuine connections. And you know, if I didn't have the friends that I had today, how I would go about finding, you know, high net worth individuals or high value guys that, you know, are going to push me to level up. You go to their networking events, like a real estate networking event. Like, they got a bunch of networking events. That's a great way to meet like-minded people. And then I like going to the gym. That's kind of like what I do. So I meet a lot of people at the gym, and it's just it's great. Also, don't forget to download my free guide already, Muscle Mastery, if you haven't already. It'll walk you through the exact strategies that I use to rebuild my confidence, maintain my physique, and build a system that works best for me. All right, guys, if you're ready to get serious about your body and mindset, watch this video right here to learn the exact 3-step strategy that I use to get shredded for summer and to transform my skinny fat frame. It's your boy, Forever Drew, and we sign it out.
Ballin', bad bitches keep calling. I swear his money keep falling.